everybody. Welcome to day 3 of your 5-day Feel Good Challenge. This is Barre with Mary, in case you weren't sure. Today is going to be all about activating the deep core and then taking a really long, gentle stretch. Take a minute and notice whatever reaction you just had to what I said. Maybe it was glee, maybe it was horror, whatever it is, totally fine. Embrace that reaction and then try to see if you can come to more of a neutral place and really jump into this curious about how it can feel for you. When you're ready, join me in a cross-legged position. You don't need any equipment today, you just need a little bit of space. Once you find this cross-legged position, take a big inhale, draw the hands to the knees and roll the shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, relax the shoulders down the back. Now as you inhale, I want you to draw your heart forward and lift the chest, inhaling up. As you exhale from the tail, roll through the spine, hollowing out the belly and spreading the shoulder blades wide. Keep going like that. Inhale, lifting the heart, letting the rib cage open, the chest lift up. And you exhale, pull back away from your thighs, rounding the spine and tucking the chin. Now your walk going to keep going just like that in that kind of linear way forward and back. Or if it feels good for you today, you can absolutely start to incorporate a little bit of circles here. So as you inhale, you lift the heart, circle around, and exhale, circle back. If you decide to take that circle, go ahead and go the other way. Inhale. Exhale. Let yourself feel kind of silly. Inhale. Exhale. Wherever you are, inhale your way back to a neutral spine. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. And draw the ears back over the shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, left arm scoops up and over. As you exhale, I want you to rotate your torso down towards the mat. Inhale, open your chest to ceiling. Exhale, rotate down. So really focus on keeping your left hip bone anchored and finding more length through your left side body. Last one, inhale. Exhale, rise all the way up. Switching sides, right arm up and over. Exhale, twist to face the mat. Inhale, rotate open. Exhale, you twist. Inhale, you open. It's the right sit bone that's anchored down this time. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all the way up to a seat. Switch across your legs. And here's where you really feel that kind of goofy feeling. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Bring the hands to the shoulders and then just gently take a twist side to side. So really anchoring down through the pelvis here, letting both sits bones press into the mat. And then just taking a gentle twist. Really make it small. All I'm looking for here is for you to open up a little bit through the spine, through the obliques. Really gentle, quick warm up because we're going to come slowly into our deep core work, really trying to activate deep in the transverse abdominis, the bottommost layer of your abdominals. Slowly come to a stop. Let your hands come down to the mat and roll back onto your back. Feet are going to plant about hips distance apart. Now I encourage you to take your hands to your rib cage to start. And I want you to press your rib cage up into your hands, arching your back, feeling that opening across the ribs. This is where we tend to go as we fatigue in abdominal work. Okay? Or even if you just fatigue in class, we tend to come here. So take a big breath in this position. Now I want you to exhale, hug your ribs in, and draw them down to the mat. So your hands went from open, splayed, to in and down. Yes, your hands are really helping to guide your rib cage. So now that your rib cage is drawing in and down, see if you can memorize this alignment. Feel how you took the curve out of the arch and really came to a neutral spine. That's where we want to be here. Now stay in this beautiful alignment with the ribs hugging in and down. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, I want you to squeeze your sits bones in towards each other. So your sit bones, those two bones you were just sitting on when you're in that cross-legged position, squeeze them in on an exhale. I'm hoping you felt your pelvic floor engage. That would be the squeezing in and up like an elevator, that sensation, yeah. One more time, big inhale. Exhale, ribs are gonna come down. Sit bones are gonna squeeze in, and then I want you to draw your hip bones on the front side of your body in. Really deep into the core. Beautiful. As we take this class, I'm going to keep working that. Exhale every time. Sit bones squeeze in, hip bones squeeze in, ribs hug in and down. You've got this. Inhale. Exhale, sits bones in, hip bones in, rib cage in and down, and keep that. You float your legs up to tabletop. If 2 legs is too much, go ahead and tap your right toes down to the mat. Inhale. Exhale, left toes are gonna lower. Left toes lift, stay with the left leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now, as you lower the left leg, use your exhale, wrap everything in and down, yes. As you float the left leg up, that's your opportunity to soften. So you inhale, lengthen, and soften. As you exhale, try to keep shoulders and face soft, and just really deeply engage in the core. 2 more. Exhale. Inhale. Last one, exhale. Inhale, hold that lift. If your right toes are lowered, go ahead and lift them up and tap your left toes down. Now just your right leg, you're gonna exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift, keep going. So as you lower the leg, what you'll notice is if you do not engage your abdominals the way you need to, your low back's gonna lift up. It's gonna come to more of an arch position. That's because your leg is strong, and unless you have your abdominals working to stabilize your pelvis, your leg is gonna move your pelvis, right? So you wanna counterbalance that by using the strength of the abdominals. 4 more. Exhale. Inhale. The pubic bone, that bone right here at the front of the pelvis, yeah, draw it up towards the belly button. Gorgeous. Last one. Hold that lift. Now from here, inhale. Exhale, sweep the fingertips up and anchor the arm bones down. If you have one foot down, go ahead and take the other foot down to meet it. If you're here with me in tabletop, stay there. Inhale, sweep the arms back behind you without letting your ribcage flare open. As you exhale, sits bones squeeze in, low belly pulls down, ribcage pulls down, you curl all the way up. Inhale, lengthen, head rests back on the mat, arms sweep overhead. Exhale, rolling up. Inhale. As you exhale, feel the ribs hug in and down. Feel the hip bones draw in toward midline and really squeeze sit bones. So you get so deep into this engagement, even with such a simple movement. 2 more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl. Last one, inhale. Exhale, curl it up and hold that curl. Knees are stacked over the hips, or of course your feet can come down to the mat. That's a great option if you're feeling a lot in your hip flexors here, okay? Inhale. Exhale, hands can come behind the head if you need a little bit of support. From here, rib cage is gonna draw down towards the floor to curl your heart to your thighs. Little curl, hold. Little up, hold. Little lift, hold. So it's a really small movement. What I want you to find is that your rib cage is drawing down. Your hip bones are hugging in, and then the pubic bone is pulling up towards the belly button as you exhale, up, holds. Little curl, up, holds. Little curl, hold. So now my heart is reaching toward my thighs. Rather than pulling on my head, I'm just supporting my head and neck with my arms like a little hammock. So I'm not yanking the chin forward, right? I'm allowing the belly to pull down to draw my heart up. 4 more, go 4. 3, 2, hold that up, inhale. Exhale, lower your feet to the mat. Now you can start by just pressing the balls of your feet down and see how that feels for you. Take an inhale. As you exhale, I want you to push your heels into the mat and lift your toes. See if that feels more engaging for you. Inhale. Exhale, find the position that works for you. Is it feet flat? Is it heels lifted? Is it toes lifted? For me today, I'm feeling it more with my toes lifted, so I'm gonna stay there. You do not have to match me though. Inhale. Exhale, I want you to wrap right bottom rib toward right hip bone. Come back to center. Left bottom rib to left hip bone. Come back to center. Let's go. It's right, center, left, center. Little twist, little twist. Now, if your arms are extended, your palms are facing up to the ceiling, and your pinky finger is reaching towards your pinky toe. Little slide hold, little slide lift, little curl, little curl. So you're really firing up here now through the obliques. The sides of the waist are wrapping in and drawing down. You continue to come back to that big inhale and that big exhale, squeezing the sit bones together, hugging the hip points in, and wrapping the ribs in and down. 4 more, go. 4, 3, 2, last one, hold at center, inhale. Exhale, send the fingertips forward if they're not already there. Pull your elbows back to press your forearms into the mat and gently press yourself up to rest on your forearms. So you can keep your feet planted to start here. Let's set your alignment. Push down into the forearms. My hands are slightly outside of my elbow line here. I want you to roll your shoulders away from your ears and really lift your chest here. Now notice if when you lift your chest, did you arch open into the ribs, into the low back, and open the ribs. Inhale. Exhale, ribs down. Hip bones in. Sits bones squeeze together. Yes, so you have the exact same engagement you just had on the floor. From there, take a big breath. And on an exhale, could you float the leg to tabletop? Now see if you can keep your chest lifted here. Take a big breath in. On your exhale, send the legs long. Inhale, draw it in. Exhale. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, sits bones squeeze in. Yes, breathe it in. Reach it out. Now, if 2 legs is too intense, please take 1 foot down to the mat and just do this with 1 leg. If you take that option, just make sure you're switching sides every 4 or 5 repetitions, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Now, the lower you go, the more weight you're going to be putting on your abdominals, right? So the more challenging you're going to make it. But if you go low and your rib cage flares open, you've completely lost the point of the exercise. So I'd much rather you come higher and really engage the abdominals here. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. The last one in. Now I want you to hold that extension, and I want you to press your forearms into the mat as you inhale, lift your heart higher. Exhale, sits bones squeeze in. Low belly draws down, and then maybe you lower your legs 2 more inches. This is it. We'll finish this class with a nice long stretch, really opening up through all sides of the body. You're there in 4, maybe close your eyes, breathe. You're there in 3. You're there in 2. You're there in 1, lay back, hug your knees in, and gently rock from side to side. Beautiful work. Take an inhale, let your arms come out to a cactus shape, and as you exhale, let your legs fall to the left. Anchor down through the right shoulder, and then really try to let go of the need to count down the seconds till you're out of this stretch. I don't know if you're doing that, but just in case you are, see if instead of just being tempted to run away from stretch, to think it's not worth it, it's not worth my time, you've committed 30 minutes to your workout today, and let's do it. Let's stick with it. And then maybe you just see how you feel after. Maybe you feel amazing. Maybe you don't feel any different. I don't know. Take a big breath in. Exhale, knees come up and over to the right. The left shoulder stays anchored down into the mat. Maybe you close your eyes and really try to connect with your breath. Inhale. Exhale. Feel your chest getting a little more open. Feel your low back releasing. One more big breath in. Big breath out. Gently inhale your knees back to center. Hug your left knee into your chest and send the right leg long. You can gently sway that right leg from side to side, opening up, getting a little bit of lubrication for the right hip joint. And then grabbing a hold of the left foot with the left hand, go ahead and open up to this happy baby. Now, if the foot on the hand is too much, you are more than welcome to hook around behind the calf instead. That can be a little more gentle. Press the left foot up into your hand. And in opposition, really draw this left arm bone back into the socket. So you're nice and open across the chest here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Gently hug the left knee back into the chest and extend the left leg up to the ceiling. Now maybe your leg doesn't come all the way straight. Absolutely fine. Maybe if you are really flexible, you back off just a little bit here. Maybe walk your hands a little lower on the leg and just focus on really elongating the leg first. So you squeeze the left quadricep and you feel as you squeeze the left quadricep, you're going to lengthen the back of the left leg, the left hamstring a little bit more. And then just breathe into the stretch. As your body releases a little more, you might be able to walk your hands a little farther up the leg. But only do that if you're not tensing to get there. Maybe you want to take little circles of your left ankle here. Two more big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Gently bend the right leg and cross the left ankle over the right thigh, figure four. Right here might be plenty for you. Or if you want a little more depth on your exhale, pull your right thigh into your chest. Wherever you are, imagine the right thigh pulling closer in toward you as the left inner thigh presses open here. If it feels good to rock from side to side, do that. But really see if you can come to a place where you're not just moving to move, you're not just staying still to stay still. You're really checking in with what you want to do. Not what I'm doing, not what you think you should do, not what your flexibility allows you to do, but just what do you want to do right now? See if you can tap into that. Big breath in. Big breath out. Gently lower the right foot if it's lifted and extend the left leg out. Right thigh hugs into the chest. Maybe you rock the right shin side to side here, kind of massaging in the hip joint. And then when you feel ready, right hand to the inside of your right foot. Happy baby on this one side. Now you might have been able to do this variation on the first side and it doesn't feel okay on this side, in which case go ahead and grab the back of the calf, that's totally fine. If you prefer to hold the outside of the foot, by all means do that. See if on your exhale you can really soften this right arm bone back into the socket. So you're not lifting the right shoulder up and off the mat here, but really broadening across the chest and softening down into the mat. Big inhale. Big exhale. Gently hug your knee into center one more time and extend that right leg up to the ceiling. Again, if you need to bend the knee to feel successful here, then do that. If you're able to straighten the leg, fantastic. See if you can maybe take the stretch not quite as deep as you normally would. And take a minute and squeeze this right quadricep, really elongating the back of the right leg here. The engagement of the quadricep is not only going to support your stretch, but it's going to protect the hamstring here. And then maybe you close your eyes. Don't worry about where your leg is, what it looks like. Just think about how this feels. And as you relax into the stretch more, you might find you're able to walk your hands a little farther up your leg. You might not. That's okay. Maybe you circle around the right ankle. Be sure to reverse your circle if you took that option. And then find stillness if it feels good. And join me for 2 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Gently bend the left knee and cross the right ankle over for a figure 4. This might be where you want to stay on this side, or you can use your exhale to pull your left thigh in towards your chest. The left thigh draws in towards your chest as the right inner thigh presses open, getting a nice big stretch for the right glute and the right outer hip. If you want to slowly sway side to side or forward and back, that's absolutely great. See if you can really soften in your face here. Let your eyebrows release. Let the tension in your jaw go. Maybe I'm the only one with tension in my jaw, so talking to myself, let your tension go. One more big breath in. Inhale. Exhale. Unwind yourself and hug both knees into the chest. However it's comfortable for you to flip over onto your belly, do that. And bring your elbows underneath your armpits, your hands in line with your elbows. Draw the heart forward as you lift the chest, pressing the pubic bone down, coming into a sphinx stretch. So even if you're much lower, that's absolutely fine. Really feel that you're pressing your pubic bone down so that you can engage the abdominals to support your low back here. Once you find that support for your low back, by all means draw the shoulders away from the ears and lift the heart up. It might feel good just to hold in stillness, or it might feel good to kind of sway side to side. This is a fantastic stretch to do if you work in a computer all day, really opening the chest. Big breath in here. Big breath out. Find stillness if you were swaying, and bring your left hand in about 45 degrees. Right heel is going to curl into the seat, sweep the right fingers back, and just see if you can catch your foot. That may not happen today, you might just be reaching. That's fine. If you're able to catch the foot, go for it. And gently draw the heel in towards the seat. Now as you draw your heel in toward your seat, see if you can press your right shoulder, your right chest really forward to help square yourself off and open up the chest here. So you have a quadricep stretch as well as a chest opener here. Press down with the pubic bone again and you'll get a little deeper into this quadricep stretch. If it is too much for you to be lifted, please don't hesitate to bring your forehead down to the mat here. One more, big breath in, big breath out. Gently, slowly let that leg lower back to the mat and switch sides. The right forearm comes in about 45 degrees. Left heel curls to the seat, left arm swoops back, and maybe you can't catch the foot on this side, stay right here. If you're able to catch your foot, go ahead and do that. Continue to feel the left side of the chest pressing forward. Push down with the pubic bone and then really feel the energy of the heel drawing in towards the seat. If at any point you need to bring your chest lower, go ahead and do that. Big breath in, big breath out. Gently release the foot. Bring your hands under your shoulders and press yourself back and find all fours. Now walk your knees back slightly behind your hips. Keep your hips lifted high here and start to walk your hands forward. Letting your forehead come to melt down into the mat while your hips stay lifting up to the sky for a puppy dog pose. The heart is melting down towards the floor. So you get this really great lengthening through the obliques, a nice stretch and opening for the thoracic spine, the mid-spine. And then really try to let the weight of your head go into the mat here. I'm keeping my head lifted so you can hear me, but I will join you and take a little break from talking. One more big breath in, big breath out. Gently walk your hands back all the way to a child's pose. So the big toes come together. The knees open about as wide as the mat or wider, whatever you prefer. Walk your hands forward. Again, I'm going to keep my head lifted just so you can hear me, but please let your forehead melt down into your mat. Inhale. Exhale, walk your hands over to the right side, letting your left palm come on top of the right, and really feeling the left hip pull back to help you open up to the entire left side of the body. One more big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, walk your hands up and over to the left. Right palm comes on top of left, and you feel your right hip pull back and down, so you feel this big stretch to the whole right side of the body. One more big breath in, big breath out. Inhale your way back to center. Let the forehead melt down as you bring the palms together to touch. Fold the arms in half so the thumbs come back towards the base of the skull, and find a nice tricep stretch. So the elbow tips are reaching forward and the hips are sinking back in opposition. 2 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen the arms out and slowly walk yourself up all the way to your seat. Coming to any position that feels best for you as slowly as you would like. Take a minute. Just notice how you feel. There's no right or wrong answer to that. I just want you to take a minute and notice how you feel. Come back to you, to your body, to what you need, what you want. It's just a reset. It's a time to come back to you. Because you can't give everything you have to other people without first giving everything you have to yourself. Take a big inhale, scoop the arms up. Exhale, release it down. You did it. Tomorrow, we have a lower body bar. It is such a blast. I am so excited to do this one with you. Awesome work today. I'll see you tomorrow.